Hey, beauties. Welcome, welcome. Whether you are tuning in from YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, I am so happy that you're here. If you're new here, I'm Lassyfly, and this is our sacred space where we dive into the magic of the universe together. Before we get started, please take a second to tap that like button, follow if you haven't already, and subscribe over on YouTube so you never miss a session. Before we get started, I'm going to just get into the energy of what we need to know with a collective reading. Then we will talk about the new year. Happy New Year, everybody. So settle in, take a deep breath, drop a magical emoji, and we'll get started. Let me share this really quickly. Patience. I do see that there are people. Um, How was everybody after this morning? Did you have a good day so far? I was on at 9:30 my time, so it was later for like the East Coast and stuff. But how was everybody? It's later over there. All right, let's see. What do we need to know right now? Big ol' okay. Hey, let me take a second real quick. I'm gonna go on YouTube. I just saw that you joined Princess. I want to make you a moderator since you're here. Um, what the hell? So I saw that it was you. Hold on, I'm gonna do this really quickly and make you a moderator because that would be really helpful for me. Especially because I don't really pay attention all the time to the comments, so it's just so helpful to me. You're so helpful. How do I find my live? There we are. What did I do? Oh, well, I just subscribed to your channel. I didn't know I could do that. How do I? There we go. Okay, it just made you one. I didn't know I could do that. I just learned something new. So if I click on it, it will let me like follow you. I didn't know that. So cool. All right, let's put my phone over here. All right, what else do we need to know? Thank you, Princess, so much. What else do we need to know? Did you have a good day today? How was work? It's been raining off and on today. The sun is peeking through again. But man, ooh. Yeah, we didn't have no thunder or anything, but it's got lightning that came out in these cards. But man, has it been raining. All right, so let me pull some tarot cards. I want to see what they're giving. Hello, everybody. What do we need to know? Say hello. I can see there's several people on YouTube. What do we need to know for the new year? What do I know? What is today's energy all about? Oh wow, I'm loving that. I'm loving this. All right, let's see what else. All right, well, so there's some things happening here for sure. Whew. Um, So we have um this bottom of the deck. There's some disruption. This is that lightning. You can see like there's a plane wing. So this is disruption. Um so this is just basically something that it's not going to necessarily be pleasant. It could even almost be scary because, I'm pretty sure that would be scary to be up in an airplane and almost being struck by lightning or being struck by lightning while in the craft. So, disruption, um this could funny. They're saying it could even be like an act of God, like something could be happening that is like an up like um a disruption, but like one that it's inevitable almost, I guess you would say. Um so I don't know, take that how that resonates, but it's like basically I've been watching Fringe, but basically it's like the whole vibe that I'm getting is um it's not gonna be necessarily pleasant. Um, yeah, because we also have this energy of Nine of Swords, so this could very much be anxiety, which could very much be going with this disruption. This is things. What the hell is that? Is that a piece of crystal? Um, One of my little crystals chipped. Um, so this is it's just not it's not what well it's something that's going to be unpredictable, but this is you needing to ground yourself. You're so anxious, and this could be you worrying about the future or even being just too much into the past. But it's this um it's a lesson. I mean, I'd be saying that, but it's like it's a lesson. It's something that is meant to um it's something that's meant to just kind of shock you. It's not that it's necessarily going to be positive or negative, but it's going to shock you into your power. Like it's a disruption, but this is also like it's like an enlightenment. I don't know. I don't even know what this means, but that's just like what's happening. It's going to illuminate something for you. It's going to be um I don't know. It's unpredictable. Like I said, I don't know what it's going to be. It's something that's going to be unexpected, something that is unknown and unanticipated, but it's your not necessarily your worst fears, but it's you. Like it's I don't know. Something just happening out of the blue, but being in the present moment, grounding yourself. We even have ancestry coming out, and that tree is just making me think about you grounding yourself, you being in this present moment through this disruption. Um, and it's like because we can't plan for these type of things, especially when it's unpredictable things like natural disasters. I'm not saying that that's going to happen, but this is something that it's unpredictable. It's just something that is going to shake shit up. It it could be really scary is what I'm like gathering from this. So I don't know. I don't really do that. I don't like to I've had so many past lives where I must have passed away in a natural disaster that in this lifetime I am just barely healing and working through things. So this type of stuff, I don't like talking about it because this is like literally my worst fears. But this is literally like that's what's coming, and I don't know what to say about it except for I'm gonna have to take my own advice and be in the present moment and just trust. I understand that things are meant to be changing. Mother Earth is changing. She's elevating. And there's just stuff that has to take place, that has to happen, and that's a part of her cleansing, that's a part of her growth and her evolution. So if that means, things being shaken up, things being cleansed, things being um just shocking, it's not that it's negative or positive, but it's just things that are meant to be happening. So I don't know, grounding into the present moment, knowing, ancestry is what's coming out in that too, but knowing that like through the anxiety, through this disruption, like um this is a chance for us to kind of tap back into our roots, into our family roots, you know, um finding strength and comfort and the fact that even our own ancestors didn't know these things and they had to experience stuff and um still being able to provide and to make way even when there is disruption, even when there is so much chaos and things being destroyed. That's um things literally happening out of nowhere, unexpected things. So it's just knowing that them before us, like they had strengths, they had struggles, they even had these amazing triumphs, they even had traumas, but it's just like we are going to honor them by being in this present moment. by grounding ourselves, but also not even just that, but knowing that when we create or when we recreate these things, if things are going to be destroyed, because actually it makes so much sense, especially with this being the new year. There's so much change coming, and it doesn't have to be scary. Because even in the past, like when I used to do the little ancestral podcast, there was a channeled message that I had come through, and it was like, yeah, there's gonna be chaos and stuff like that, but the way that we kind of avoid that, there, it's not that you're avoiding it, but it's just like you won't necessarily be affected by it. The message had come through was like, if you don't give in to fear, basically, you have to surrender. And that actually was coming out in the cards earlier, like surrendering, trusting. But it was like not giving into fear, being in the present moment, like staying grounded in love, you know. And what was it saying? Something like, I can't remember what it was because I don't really remember all the things that I say. I think I did write it down. I'd have to check my notebook, but it was something that was like along the lines of like a being of light. What was it? Something about how a beam of light can't affect a being of light. I can't remember exactly what it was, but the way it was broken down and the way that it was explained was like when basically something falls through, like say there's like a beam of light, but something falls through, like it could be a rock, it could be um I don't know, rubble from stuff falling down, you know, it could be something solid, but just going through that beam of light, you are a being of light. So what they were saying is like even when things around you were chaos and chaotic and falling, like you being a being of light, you could not even be affected. You can't be touched as long as you are staying in that frequency and vibration of love and authenticity. Yes, it will be chaotic and look crazy around you, but you cannot be touched if you are not showing fear, if you are surrendering and trusting. That was basically the message. And that is basically what they're reminding me of now. You know, there will be things that are coming up that are going to be such disruption, but knowing that as these old systems are collapsing, as these weak foundations are falling, you are a being of light. You cannot be touched as long as you stay in your authenticity, love, trust, surrender. So I hope that, you know, makes sense because that's literally like what is coming out. It brought up that old memory from, well, not really memory, but, you know, channeling from a couple months back. Um, so yeah, it's basically honoring our roots. Like that's literally what they stood out was honoring our roots. Um, it's definitely us honoring our roots. It's us breaking these curses, you know, choosing to um choose love in the middle of chaos and not give in to fear, you know. It's us being able to um even uncover like past truths and stuff. Um I, I don't know what that means, but that's okay, whatever. But it's us being able to uncover parts of us. Maybe it's like things that we've kept hidden. Maybe it's knowledge that will come forward in the middle of this chaos. But that's, I don't know. But also, I forgot to bring up these numbers. 41 and 42 are these angel numbers. Um, but that was the bottom of the deck. Was this disruption? So, um, that could be, you know, anxiety. Um, but we also have coming out for us, you know, this is the Four of Cups in reverse. So this is us actually being able to see other options. It's us being able to see um things that we might not have necessarily seen, because normally when it's in the upright position, it's not necessarily seeing things, but kind of being like in this little selfish type of energy, because you're just like, oh man, I'm over here and I'm sad and I'm sulking because, this cup's over here spilled and stuff. But little do you know, like, there's literally a cup right here floating on the side of you. But you're able to see these things, you're able to see these other um options available to you, these other situations available to you, or whatever it may be. But you are not using whatever this disruption may be, whatever this chaos can be. You're not using it to um play the victim, or to get you down, or to stop you from whatever it is that you're trying to create. You're like, yeah, this might be a disruption, but this is my opportunity. 2112, as I said that, this is my opportunity to, stand in my power, to continue to do what I'm doing. It's not holding me back. It's not stopping me. We actually have the Eight of Pentacles, which is you doing the work and progressing from this, like having abundance from this. So you're just like, yeah, okay, things might not be necessarily going the way I want them to, but I know what I'm doing. I know how to continue doing it. Like, this might be a disruption, but it's not stopping me. It's not holding me back. And we also have actually angel numbers. The angels are numbering for you. So this is so much confirmation for you. This is saying, like, there's no need to worry, like, literally. As I was just saying, these things might come forward. There might be disruption. There might be, of course, things that we don't want to experience because they're scary, we don't know what could be happening. I don't even know what could be happening. But it's just the whole unknown, you know, it's scary. But it's like, you are able to do this. This is saying, like, Serendipity Boulevard, you know, continue going forward. Trust your instincts, knowing that you have that blueprint. You are the blueprint. This is saying that even when there is chaos, when there's disruption, you are on the right path. There's many different things that could be coming up when you see angel numbers. It doesn't have to just be um like, I don't know, it could be anywhere. They're saying, like, this could be you driving, it could be on license plate, this could be on phone numbers, it could be on your receipts. Like, there are many different ways where these numbers are going to show up for you. And this is where you're supposed to use your intuition. This is where you see what this guidance is that is being given to you, through this disruption. This is your reminder, this is your confirmation to continue going. Like, yeah, this shit might be hard. It might literally be shaking things up and breaking things apart all around you. But this is your confirmation that no matter what, even when things are happening like this, you are still going forward. You are still, trusting yourself. You are still getting up and doing what you need to do to make things um happen for you. It doesn't matter what it is. That's what they're saying. Like, you just have this guidance. You just know, that I got to do it. Like, this might not be easy, especially because, maybe the path was blown out from underneath me. Maybe the things that I had in place fell apart, but I just know this is my purpose and I am going to still just do it. Like, but then they're like, there's confirmation, there's synchronicities that are going to be happening, because no matter what might happen, like, you're meant to do this. This is your purpose. Literally, this is your destiny. So there's confirmation 1212 on this card as well. This is the number 14, but they also have the number 1111 on here. So knowing that even when it feels like things are working against you because there's this chaos, there's this disruption, look for the signs around you that this is actually what you're supposed to be doing. There goes a hawk right there. So this is just confirmation that you are doing what you're supposed to be doing, even when it feels like, oh my gosh, how is this even supposed to happen? Everything just, you know, started falling apart. But then they're like, look at that number over there. There's 1111. Oop, look at that number over there. Your total was 333. So they're just like, each pattern is going to be its own individual message, and it's going to show you, you know, the alignment in your life, even when it looks like chaos. This is alignment. This is a moment for you to choose your power. Don't give in to the fear. And this is that whole honoring our ancestors, honoring our roots. This is knowing, like, even when this is happening, I have the strength, I have the knowledge, I can just tap back into it. So this is even when there's chaos, when things are falling apart, even when there is chaos such as natural disasters, it's like tapping back into that wisdom of our ancestors, knowing the land, knowing how to do these things, even if we don't necessarily know, but it's being able to just tap into that energy. And when it's time, like, there's gonna be synchronicities, there's gonna be signs all around you, and that's exactly what it's saying. Is like, those are gonna be your signs that you are on the right path. You are going back to the ancient ways, the old ways, which is the true ways, and that's, I think, is a beautiful thing, especially because today is considered the new year. Like, they're saying that through this new year, this is your chance to always see your other options. When you think that there are none, there's still another option. There's still another way that you are going to find your way, even through the anxiety, through the disruption. You have all of this inside of you. You've done the work with this Eight of Pentacles energy. So these angels are numbering, and they're here to confirm that, just keep listening to your intuition. This is such critical guidance. This is your first brain. This is your connection to source. So they're just like trusting it, trusting that it will always steer you where you need to go. This is, guiding you, it's supporting you, it's um giving you these synchronicities as reminders. So just keep trusting your intuition. You know, you are on the right path. You are doing what you need to be doing. This is literally your destiny to um stand in this power, to be, who your ancestors were not able to be or could not be. And that's what they're saying. Like, this is the number 18, which is breaking down to the number 9. This is literally 9 right now, which is the snake. This is the year that we're in. This is the Aquarius. So it's like, this is also, the things are changing. The healers, they keep telling me the healers are now in power, and that's what they're saying, is like, this power is in your palm. It's all in your hands. You got the whole world in your hands. You got this power. And they're like, with this power comes this great responsibility, comes this great privilege, like this great passion that could come out of um this power. So they're like, have you ever thought about what it is, um what your purpose is, that destiny, have you ever thought about it? Because this is exactly what is happening for you right now. You're activating this part of you. You are remembering. If you don't, they're like, you're gonna have this increase of synchronicities, because there's no such thing as coincidence. And these things are going to align in ways that you're just like, how the hell did that even happen? How was that possible? But it's because of the fact that you are meant to do this. That's what I'm saying. Through this disruption, through this chaos, it doesn't matter what's being torn down around you. this is what you are meant to do. Whatever it is that you are listening to yourself about, whatever you are seeing, these synchronicities that align to this purpose that is yours, they're like you're probably noticing this increase of angel numbers, you know, this increase of signs. I can't tell you how many hawks I see a day, how many keys I see, how many dimes I find. You know, there are so many synchronicities that are showing up for us because they've just been like nudging us. And it's just been this way that aligns in the most impossible way. And you're just like, how? And it's because of the fact that this is your destiny. And it is your higher self, it is your guides, it is the deities, it is your ancestors. They're literally nudging you to follow this calling. That's why they were saying, like, if you don't know it yet, look around you. We have this Queen of Wands. This is, you know, this is movement, this is action, this is literally making things happen. Um, we have this 10 of Cups as well. This is a wish card. This is things coming through for you. This is fulfillment. This is so many like beautiful things. You know, with this Wands energy, this is motivation. You know, this is definitely life purpose as they're sitting here and they're talking about destiny. This is your life's purpose. Actually, I think I'm a life path 9 too. But still, this is not about life path. It's just the 9 numerology, the number. That cloud. So for a while it didn't hit, it was raining really hard after I got off my live. But I see a different cloud again, and I haven't seen it the entire live. But all of a sudden, there's another like rainbow in the cloud. Um, so more synchronicities, you know. Um, but this is more um spirituality, tapping into these higher purposes that you are being nudged to follow, your soul's calling. Like, what are you being drawn to? They're saying, like, what brings you joy? This is your purpose. This is where you find your motivation. This is where you get the energy to move forward. And this is motion too. This is a whole plane in motion. They brought that to my attention. So new ideas could be coming. You know, we have these emotions here that are coming up as well. Um, Intuition, definitely, as they were just talking about it. So trusting our intuition. Um, Maybe there's something in you that you're just like, man, I am destined for so much more, and I don't know why I keep choosing this shit. This is the new year. This is like the time for change. This is the time for you planting those seeds and for things to come forward for you. This is that Eight of Pentacles energy. You know, Pentacles is all about passion, it's all about career, financial wealth. So it's you tapping into that energy and making ways for yourself. This is your destiny. They're showing me this Queen of Wands again, and they're saying, like, the universe is like working its magic to guide you, and you're doing all the different things. You're honing in on all these different um tools that you have available to you, whether it be candle magic, whether you be working with crystals, um, herbs, whatever it is, like you are tapping into these ancient roots that run through your DNA. You're honoring your ancestors, and through this, like you are honoring your path, your destiny. And the universe is just working its magic, guiding you in these impossible ways with these nudges because you were the one who came here to do this. Fate is stepping in and it's leading you to your very next phase. This is definitely an urge to pursue whatever it is that you're being called to do, whatever it is that brings you joy and passion. Even when these significant events occur, they're like, this is you discovering your purpose and your passion. This is you um trusting yourself and your power, you know? And through doing that, you enhance your spiritual gifts and your guidance, they're saying. So continue to trust, continue to pay attention to these synchronicities because nothing is coincidence. This is your year. And so much is waiting to happen for you. This is all about you connecting with yourself, with your higher self, but also with others and bringing in this energy that is very much needed. This is your destiny. So I don't know, take that how that resonates, but that's the message. So I don't know. Thank you for sharing that. Um um, so today is the new year. Um and this is just, what is this? This is um the reset, because it's Aries. So this is when the true start of the New Year's is. This is when there's like a cosmic reset that aligns with nature, and it starts in April. It's not like a part of the Gregorian calendar, which is the artificial calendar. Um, so, well, mainstream and society, celebrates New Year's on January 1st. The real energetic shift happens on April 1st. Um, since, we're getting over the energy of winter when everything is still in this slumber. So this is the energy of the earth fully awakening. Um, March 21st, 20th, Ostara, that is when we start to have the spring solstice. Um, but it's the energetic shift on the first. Um, so this is basically the beginning of the astrological year. Um, which it makes so much sense because if you actually think about the months, like you could tell they are trying to trick us anyways because there's supposed to be 13 months on the real calendar. There's supposed to be 13 months, and when we do 13 months, it breaks down to the fact that every month has an even 28 days. So they took away a month and then they made it all weird and shit. So some months have 31 days, February being the shortest month with 28 days. Some months have 30 days. So they did that and it was supposed to be so that they could kind of throw us off. Um, but the sun is Aries and that's bold, that's fiery, and that is when we initiate change, which is basically, like I said, the earth coming out of this slumber, out of this sleep. Because if you think about it, why would we start the new year in the middle of winter when nothing is growing, everything is pretty much dead? Why would we start the new year then? It doesn't make any sense. It's dumb. But also, what I was gonna say, but I got distracted. If you think about it, it doesn't make sense because my birthday is in October, but they have October as the 10th month. But when we were in school, we were always taught like the different shapes, and with the shapes they had the numbers, so it doesn't make sense for October to be the 10th month when it's 8. Octagon. Octagon has 8. Octopus, 8 tentacles. Why the hell are we doing it in this in see, they got me saying December because December would technically be in the 10th month, not the 12th. Because decimal, decade, wouldn't December be in the 10th month and not in October, which is considered the 10th month? October would actually be in the 8th month, which is August, but it's not really. So Aries would actually really be the first. It's the beginning, it's the new year. It wouldn't be in December, um, when they have, or not December, in January. Um, I should have wrote all that down where it breaks down like each, like, because nine, um they all have like a different meaning, but I didn't write any of that down and I should have. um but yeah, Aries is all about initiating change. So like our ancestors, they recognized the spring as the new year. um the Romans did, the Egyptians did, even early pagans honored the new year, um in the spring, when there was renewal, when there was new life, when everything was green and growing again, and the flowers were blooming, and the trees were getting their leaves and stuff like that again. So that is when the true new year truly is, which is right now. Um, there's also like nature, like, the real new year should start when, like I said, the cycles are changing. So because of the fact that the earth is starting to bloom, and flowers, things are growing, people, this is like really beautiful time to start gardens. um so this is when life returns, even animals, the animals will emerge because in the winter the birds, they'll hibernate, not the birds, the bears, they'll hibernate and stuff. um so it's quite literally like the new year. um so even nature will align with that and show that, you know they obviously fooled us, um because this is when everything starts to surge and move forward. um we also have, how I was saying, um Aries being the first. um this is a time for us to take action. This is a time for us um to have courage. This is a time for us to manifest new beginnings, um which is all about that new year energy. People make, um what are those resolutions and things like that. So you can very much use this as a time to take action, to have courage, to go for your goals or whatever it may be. This is beautiful manifesting energy because of the fact that it is, they start theirs and that, oh wow, huh, I wonder why they do that. They'd be weird, I don't know. I feel like at one of my jobs, our physical year would start in June or July, but I remember they'd get all weird about us and we'd have to do all kinds of shit like, "Oh, this is the new physical year." And I'm just like, The hell does that mean to me? I don't know, but yeah, that's weird. So, it's that whole energy of manifesting, setting these intentions for this new energy, these new beginnings. Um, and this is why, like, it's funny, like, and it's April Fool's Day because it's like, you ever wonder why they called it April Fool's Day? Why April Fool's Day is on the 1st of April? Because like that's what I was saying. It's like it's the Gregorian calendar that they made, that they enforced on people, and the people who knew the real calendar, which is basically the 13 months, which is on the back of the turtle, you know, it also made it so that the women, our cycles would align perfectly with the moon phases. Um, I know that people still do have that sync up where they still are able to have their cycles on, around the full moon or on the full moon. Um, but there's a lot of people who are out of whack and don't either. So, yeah, that's what it was. Where's my mouse? Because I couldn't remember how they all went, but I know October is technically the A month, but it like I knew they were broken down in some weird way. So that's how they did it, October, November, December. They made it seem like I feel like it was our first. I don't know. I can't even remember. That was so freaking long ago for that type of job that I did. Um, but the reason it's like April Fool's Day is because when they had enforced it, like the people who knew the true New Year, they knew that it was in April. And so basically, when they enforced this Gregorian calendar, they mocked the people who were sticking to the old calendar. Well, I mean, shit, that's exactly how you know that, like, this is like not real time, not real anyways, because the past, present, and the future are all happening at once. Like, these calendars are not real. I think I don't even want to say it because I'm not right, probably. Um, but in Africa, there's parts where they are using the 13-month calendar, and because of that, I believe they are. What year did they say they were in? I think they're in 2017 because somebody was making fun of them on TikTok, and they were like, "Damn, they still haven't even experienced COVID-19 yet." Um, I can't remember, but I feel like it's in Africa, but the girl was saying, um, in one of these comments sections that I was in, that basically they go off of the 13-month calendar, they don't do the Gregorian, and so they're technically still in, like, not even the 2020s yet. It's still in the teens. I think they're 2017. I can't remember. Maybe 2018. I don't remember, but that's how far back they are. So, they would basically mock them and call them fools, but it's like they knew the truth because they were going off of the 13-month calendar, which is exactly what it is on the back of a turtle's back. They have the 13 little, um, I wanna say they're hexagons or octagons, I can't remember, but they're little shapes. And it makes the original calendar. Um, yeah. Um, so this is the real New Year. Um, and how we tap into the energy of the real New Year, because this is like portal energy as well too. Um, Confirmation burp. So this is about us, like, setting bold intentions, because Aries is about boldness, it's about courage, it's about moving forward, new beginnings. So this is the time for the manifestation to really take hold, setting your intention, blowing in that cinnamon into your door for the new month, but also for the new year. So manifesting is really, really beautiful. Clearing out old energies. decluttering, cleansing, refreshing your space, even if that means like cutting off people, but definitely like getting things ready to be released, which was also coming up in these cards as well, with that nine energy release, letting things go. Um, you know, so this is so that you can have room for this new energy to come in, this new abundance. This is also about you stepping into leadership. Aries season is all about action. It's not about hesitation. So you don't have to hesitate. Stand in your courage. Be bold. Go forward. Trusting, surrendering, knowing you're fully supported. They had that destiny card. Look for the synchronicities. There is no such thing as coincidence. What is it showing you? Are you in alignment? And just go with it, trusting. I am being brave enough to step out of my comfort zone. I know that I am supported. So go for it. Don't hesitate. But also it's about rebirth. So during Ostara, people were planting seeds. That was March 21st, March 20th. Um, so you can honor that by planting something, creating. You can do also rituals where you can welcome back energy, fresh energy. So, however that resonates for you, but you can plant something, you can create something, you can set the intention, you know, um, with whatever it may be. But it's very much your opportunity to create new things. Um, so, yeah. I don't know if anybody wanted to share anything else, but I do have a message that I have. It's a little quick message um, that I had channeled earlier for you. Um, but basically, this is all about you trusting your magic. This is all about you trusting yourself, knowing that this is a new year. This is a new beginning. This is new energy. So, you know, getting into that energy, this portal energy, and creating and knowing that you're bold. Don't hesitate. Also dream big. You're worthy of these things. Um, so all right. So this is the energy of um, the new year. This is also the energy of today, which is Aries energy. Um, this is what I was talking about earlier. Today is a beautiful day for us to take action, to take decisive action. Maybe there's things that you have been wanting to create. Maybe there's things, you know, that you are determined um, to do. You know, this is the time to take action. This is the time to do it. But the moon is not the moon. Sorry. Today is Mars Day, so they were saying earlier, like being um cautious about being in chaos, being aggressive. Not necessarily arguing with people because this is also that portal energy. So avoiding conflict and aggression because you don't want to manifest that. This is the new year. You don't want to put that intention out, throw those seeds out, and then end up reaping them later on because we are what we, focus our energy and attention on. So, um, you know, taking action, doing things, but not letting aggression and conflict get in the way of it. So I found my message. I kind of had to talk, so until I found it. So the veil is thin today. With this being the new portal energy, the old ways whisper, calling you back to truth. You have carried heavy burdens, but you do not have to bring them forward into this new cycle. release, surrender, choose. The past no longer defines you. This is your rebirth. Step boldly into the fire of Aries and let it forge the path ahead. You are the creator. Now create. 5515. I love that. So remember that. You are the creator. 5522. So create. Thank you everybody for being here with me and sharing your beautiful energy because it is always felt, your light, your magic. It's always appreciated. Remember that you are love, you are powerful, and you are infinitely divine. If you resonated with any of this or you just like what you heard, please don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe so that we can keep growing this sacred space together. Until next time, please stay radiant, stay empowered, and most of all, stay magical. I will see you later. Um, I do have a live scheduled for 4:45, I believe, tomorrow. So I'll see you tomorrow, and I hope that you have a beautiful rest of your day. If you haven't yet, you still have time. Blow that cinnamon into your doorway. You can do it anytime, whenever you want to manifest abundance. But you know, take action. Be bold. This is the time for you to manifest and create, birth new things. So happy manifesting, beauties. Thank you so much for spending this time with me, and I love you. Good night. Bye. Thank you, princess. Love you.